Hi guys, so Jason from JVA Carpy Adventures and welcome to another episode of the Mousehole Diaries. This is vlog number 26, can't believe I'm on vlog number 26 already. And this week you join me after work o'clock on Kestrel Lake and I'm in swim 4. I have fished it before. Historically, if you watch my vlogs, you know I generally don't do too well on Kestrel, but I've got my fingers crossed this weekend. I'm going to be trying out Parker baits for the very first time. I'm going to give a shout out to Chunkster Fishing, friend of mine Tom, who I met at Todburn Manor. I'm going to put his details up here, guys. Please have a look at his channel. He had a discount code, so I used it. Cheers, Tom. Alright guys, so for now I'm going to roll you the intro and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this week I'm going to be on Kestrel Lake at Mousehole Lakes and I'm going to be using this stuff, Parker baits. I'm sure you've all seen the videos online. Ben, who's a great character, and incidentally they've just hit their 2-year mark of trading, so well done to Parker baits. I'm hoping your fantastic bait is going to help me catch some whoppers on Kestrel Lake. So I bought one of their session packs. Got one for me, got one for Connor for his birthday, but I also went and bought their mini mix pellets as well because I like solid PVA bags. So what am I going to be using this weekend? It's going to be, hopefully I can get it all on camera all okay and in focus would be nice. So I've got, not focusing at all, is it? Okay, so I've got their Match the Hatch wafters and I've gone for OG fish. I've also got their sauce in OG fish and I've gone for some of their flat spot, which is in monster crab. It's not going to come out too well guys because my lighting is not very good at home, but so combination of the boilies, 14mm OG fish, fish sauce, flat spot, wafters, mix. So my thinking is I'm going to be doing PVA bags on 2 rods and one with just the wafters and a few freebies thrown. But I think I'm going to mix up some of the boilies with their OG sauce and see what we can do. Okay guys, so as you can see I've got one of Parker baits OG fish Match the Hatch wafters, and as I will do with all baits whenever I get a new wafters or pop-ups, I'll put them in water and see how they're sitting. Now my normal hook is a size 6 curve shank and this is doing exactly what you'd want it to do, which is, just move that a little to show you, it's wafting. So absolutely perfect, straight out of the packet for me, for my setup, and that gives me confidence really. So happy days, let's make up some PVA bags and get crack-a-lacking. Okay guys, so normally I'll do an intro before I get set up, but because the weather's not meant to be that good, I thought no, look, let me get set up first. I've actually even got the rods in and then I'll give you the little intro. So I'm all set up today, I'll show you that in a second, but the main point is I'm going to be using Parker baits OG fish this weekend. I'm going to go back to my old tactics of 2 solid bags, 1 bottom bait topped with a yellow, half a yellow topper, so fingers crossed on that one. So guys, I'll apologise for any wind noise you get this week. It is not meant to be that good weather, but I am set up in swim 4 on Kestrel, so let's show you where the rods are. Like I said, all of them are going to be on Parker baits OG fish, using their Match the Hatch wafters and their 14mm. So first off, my water is generally here, but nobody is fishing in 5. So this island in front of me, the bay if you like, I've seen numerous fizzing going on over there. So just because I was worried about getting the rods out quickly, I thought, you know what, I'm going to put all 3 rods over there. So essentially I've got one here, one there, and one there. So I've just spread them out over the bay. I've only put maybe about 3-4 boilies over each, maybe about 5 boilies over each. I've got to put out some more over the last one because I haven't put any out over that. But so they've all got a few boilies over them, 2 solid bags. So the right hand is a solid bag with a wafter on, middle one's a solid bag with a wafter on, and the left hand rod is a bottom bait topped with a yellow topper, and I'm going to put probably about 4 or 5 boilies over it, that's all. Get back to you later, guys. There you go, guys. As I said, I'm on Parker Baits this weekend. It's going to be OG fish. I've got the 14mm boilies and the Match the Hatch wafters. I've also got their mini mix in the PVA bags, and I'll be using their sauce and their flat spot in the PVA bags, guys. Okay guys, just going to show you a quick little change I've made because of speaking to Rod, and on Rod's advice I've changed the rig on one of my rods and I've gone for a slack line. So look at that, bobbing all the way down on the bottom. Not something I normally do, but it's been working for Chris, who's over the other bank. So we're going to have one rod, left hand rod. On Rod's recommendations, I've gone slack line. Alright guys, so first fish of the session for me. It's a 17 pound 4 ounce mirror. My first ever fish using Parker Baits OG fish, but more importantly it came from a few tips from Rod. So Rod said try slack lines. I've done slack lines. He also told me to change my rig. I changed the rig and it's the first rod that's gone off typically. So let's get this little beauty up for you. 17 pound 4, guys. There you go, guys. Did think she was going to play up. There you go, guys. Alright guys, just going to give you a quick little update going into my first evening. Obviously, as you would have seen, I had that 17 pound 4 ounce mirror, which I was really lucky to have. Thank you to Rod for the advice he'd given me with that one. Typically I knew it'd be that rod that would go. Just wanted to say sorry you didn't get to see it going in back into the water. I do normally like to show that, but as I was about to do it, another rod I thought was going to go off, so I decided to put that one back quickly, and then it didn't happen. So that's why you didn't get to see it, guys, going back in, but it went in safely, happily. Just to let you know, for the first night the rods are all staying where they were positioned earlier. The only difference is I've put a second rod on a slack line, so I've now got 2 rods on slack lines. That's the left and the right, with the middle being on the back leg. Hi guys, so 12:30 and my middle rod shot off. Beautiful 18 pound common. Actually the only rod that was backlidded. So solid PVA bag, Parker Baits OG fish, 18 pound common. Let's get her up for you. She's definitely not going to play ball. There you go guys, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to show you the other side while she's playing ball. There you go guys, look at that. Another one of Mousehole's absolute beauties. I'm going to take some pictures quickly guys and get her back. Okay guys, so just going to release fish number 2. Going to let it sit in a sling to recover. It is an absolute beautiful... Oh, no, okay. She isn't going to recover. She's going to want to go. There she goes. Thank you for the visit. Yes. Morning guys. So, 6:30 Saturday morning. And as you would have seen, I actually had a second one last night. So, I'll be honest, I was absolutely sparko. About 12 o'clock-ish, my alarm goes off. It did take me a second to wake up for it. So I made a couple changes yesterday to what I was normally doing. Normally I backled all my rods, but on Rod's advice, I didn't backled one of them. I also changed the rig. So I did slack line on my left-hand rod, and about 5 o'clock, 5:30 yesterday, that one went off with a 17-pound 4 mirror. You would have seen that. So I decided to also slacken off my right-hand rod, because I wanted to change its position. So I thought, right, you know what, let me do that slack as well. So I had both outer rods slack. About midnight last night, sure enough, the middle rod went off, which was backleaded. Solid PVA bag with Parker Baits OG fish, and I'd put probably about 10 boilies around each of the rods last night as well. And actually, as I woke up now, I've gone out and put about another 10 boilies around each rod as well. So that one that went off last night, typically it went through both the other lines. So mayhem last night, but a welcome mayhem. You know, my last visit here, I was in peg 7 on Kingfisher, I blanked, which I was like, what? You know, I didn't expect to blank in peg 7. So to have a couple fish here, and I do normally find Kestrel harder. A lot of people find it differently. Chris, who's on the other side, loves Kestrel, and he's doing really well over the other side. Well done, Chris. Me, I tend to struggle on Kestrel, but I've had 2 so far, and I'm really happy with that. And I'm trialling the new bait, which is Parker Baits OG fish, so I'm really happy with that. So, I mean, it's happy days at the minute. We've got rain coming in for probably about 4 or 5 hours within the next half an hour. So I thought, right, let me quickly give you an update, let you know what it's like before it's pissing down. So yeah, I'm gonna have a coffee, wake up a bit more, but so far very happy with what's happened. Hi guys, so as always, I generally bring my rods in about 10 o'clock, which I did, had a comfort break, went and said hello to a couple of people on the lake, come back, made up some fresh rigs, which I don't always do. I generally have everything all prepped, but I thought I'd make up some fresh rigs. And I've changed what I'm doing slightly. So I thought I'd give you a bit of an update, let you know, and show you where they are. Unfortunately it's raining, so I'm going to have to do it from the safety of the bivvy. But my left-hand rod, right-hand rod are staying on Parker Baits OG fish. One's on a wafter in a solid PVA bag, the other's just on a double 14mm boilies with a long hair, and a handful of freebies over each. So they've all probably got about 12 boilies over each of them. But the middle rod, which I'll show you where it is in a second, I've actually gone back to using Carp Basics all nut. And that's only because I've been looking at what's been coming out on the lake so far, and I think a creamy, milky type based might be the go-to for this weekend. So I'm going to put one out on it and see how it goes, but let's show you what's what. So my right hand rod is on the corner of my water, so I'm in swim 4. There's a guy in swim 5 now, so my rods are out of his water. So if I just zoom in a little, I don't have to zoom in much because I'm literally just about here, 3/4 of the way across, and that is a solid PVA bag with an OG fish wafter. So come back to my rods, go back down into this channel, and just about here, so in line with the hut that you can see over the opposite side, I've got an 18mm Carp Basics boilie, bottom bait, with about maybe 10 boilies around it. Last one's going to be a little bit awkward to show you guys because it's actually in my margin here, so I've got a branch in the way and everything here. But if you just say in the left hand margin, even in the left hand margin, I've got what is a double 14mm OG fish with about 14 baits around it, and that's on the left hand rod. The reason I want to show you guys is because it may be that I leave them there. Unless I see something better to go at, I might end up leaving them there for the day. I know most of the day today is going to be raining, so I just thought let me get them in, get set up, and if I don't have an opportunity later, at least I know I'm fishing. Thanks for watching guys, I do appreciate it. Okay guys, so a little bit of an update. I'm afraid I don't have any good footage at all. I hit fish number 3, which was actually on that middle rod, which was on Carp Basics All Nut. It was 22 pound 8 ounce, so 22.5 pound. Like I said, on Carp Basics All Nut. I'm going to show you a few little clips of footage and a photo. Sorry, I couldn't get anything better. It was absolutely nightmare on the bank. It was probably worse than a grassy. Slapped me in the face a couple of times. I just thought when they're like that, it's not. I did put it back in the water, I rested it, took it back out, and it was still feisty. So it's not worth the fish's safety to try and get a picture or a video or whatever. Just take one when it's in the cradle or on the mat or whatever and safely return it. I did treat it, it did have a couple of wounds in its mouth, so that needed treating with propolis, and obviously where my hook was I treated that. So yeah, happy days. I've had 3 fish and I've still got most of Saturday left, and I'm probably going to be fishing a little bit later tomorrow, so I'd say I've probably got at least maybe 24 hours to go. And the best I've ever done on Kestrel is 3 fish, so halfway in and I've had 3 fish, so happy days. Fingers crossed I can get some more for you guys. So I obviously have been trialling Parker Baits OG Fish this weekend, but because I've spoken to Chris, who's over the other side, who's been doing well and what he's on, I thought I would try a Carp Basics All Nut. Now, if it turns out I get another bite on Carp Basics All Nut, you can probably guess I'm going to be moving all 3 rods over to Carp Basics Ocean Nut. So far it's 2 for Parker Baits, 1 for Carp Basics, but I've got a feeling Carp Basics All Nut might start pulling them in, so fingers crossed. Really happy. Fortunately it's just stopped raining as well, but typically I couldn't get any footage earlier guys, not using the regular camera, it's just raining too bad. Alright guys, so it's raining, so I'm afraid you're getting it on the phone as opposed to my camera. Middle rod, which is actually the Carp Basics All Nut, 22 pound and a half common. Actually, I've got it facing the wrong way. Let's just move her around. Already treated her with propolis. She had a few other little cuts in her mouth, so we sorted them out. Let's see if we can get her up. She's feisty, so it's going to give me some problem. Second fish that slapped me in the face. This one's not going to play ball, is she? Sorry guys, this fish was just too feisty. I couldn't get her up and keep her up. But as you can see, fish number 3 for me is a beauty. I'm going to get her back safely. Evening guys, so it's 7:25 Saturday, my last evening here, and I want to let you know what's on what rod and where. So my rods are there, just so you can all see. I've actually gone into the margin just here for the first rod, which is, let me think, it's a double OG Parker Baits OG Fish. So I've put 2 14mm on a long hair, size 6 curved shank, which is my hook of choice, and probably about 15 baits around it, I think guys. So that's that one. Middle rod now is out towards the corner of this island. Hopefully we will get a bit better light. Yeah, there we go. So just about here, that is again OG Fish wafter in a solid PVA bag with probably about 10 boilies over it. The last one, if you look towards this channel where you see that there, in line with that hut you can see in the background, or just about see, that is actually a Carp Basics all nut, and I've actually gone for 2 18 millers on a long hair, and that's also got about 12 boilies around it, guys. So that's what I'm trying for Saturday evening. Now, little thing slightly important or important to me anyway. So the best I've ever done on Kestrel is 3 fish in a session. I am at 3 fish now, so for me to get one more would mean I'd be really made up, really happy. So I've got my fingers crossed on the tactics I'm trying for tonight. I may top up the spots a little bit during the night, but for now I'm really happy with where they are. I'm going to leave them there unless I see something else to go for. I mean, if I see a fish jump out, then yeah, I'm going to move the closest rod to that for sure. But for now, guys, that's it. So fingers crossed I can bring you some more footage during the night, or whilst there's a bit of daylight left. If not, I'll speak to you in the morning. But I'm also not shooting off in the morning, guys, which I normally shoot off, take my girlfriend Emma for breakfast on a Sunday morning, but she's got prior engagements, which is excellent for me, because it means I can stay a lot longer. So I'll be staying till the afternoon tomorrow, guys, so there's still a lot more fishing left. Morning, guys. Well, Sunday morning, 5 o'clock, and obviously there's a lack of fish footage last night. So I did have one take on the middle rod and pulled into nothing, so that was a bit upsetting, but my spirits aren't down because I'm not leaving early this morning, so I've got really until the afternoon, so I've still got plenty of hours left. I have got up, had a coffee, been watching the water. I did actually redo my left hand rod, which I don't normally do, guys. I normally leave them in situ, let them play till about 10 o'clock, have a comfort break and then redo them, but I just felt maybe I went a little bit further than I needed to on that one, so I just brought it back about a rod length really. So I thought, yeah, and then just put a few baits over all 3 spots so that I'm happy, and I can leave them for the next few hours, or a couple of hours at least, and be happy. So I did try something a bit different last night. On solid PVA bag is my standard solid PVA bag with a wafter in, that's standard, but the other 2 I went for double baits on a long hair, so that's double Parker Baits OG Fish and double Carp Basics all nut. So I am thinking bring them in and scale it down, which is what I normally have on there, to be fair. So probably going to give it, oh, we're at 5 o'clock now, probably give it till 9 o'clock, I think. Give it till 9 o'clock. I'm going to make up a couple rigs, and I'm probably going to change them 2 anyway, or the 2 out of 2 to Carp Basics all nut, or I may even put one. I haven't put a pop-up out this weekend, so I may even put a pop-up out. I'll see what I've got. But yeah, update for now, no more fish, but I'll be honest, guys, I am praying for one more fish, just so that I can beat what I've done previously on Kestrel. The best I've ever done here is 3 fish. Obviously I'd hit 3 fish by yesterday afternoon with 24 hours left to go, so I am hoping really I can get another fish on the bank. That really made me happy, to be fair, but I have been lucky up to now, so I'm not going to complain. I know Chris on the other side of the lake has absolutely been smashing it, so well done, Chris. He's in his popular swim freeze, so he knows it quite well, but he is fishing differently this week. He is fishing quite a bit closer and slack lines, so he's doing something new and it's working for him. So yeah, no, respect to you, Chris, well done, mate. So I'm going to keep watching the water, as you should do, see if there's any signs of fish, let me know where they are, so that maybe I can reposition the rods for my last chance after 9 o'clock up to midday. Alright guys, God, you know what, I nearly went and forgot. So don't forget about this bad boy, the old mug on a mug competition, guys, that I run at Mousehole Lakes. So if you want to win one of these bad boys, which is my ugly mug on a mug, it's only a bit of fun, guys, but all you got to do is make sure you subscribe to my channel, like my post, and leave a comment below saying what you would like me to cover in the Mousehole Diaries in one of my future posts. If you're chosen, then you'll get one of these mugs. The main thing is you've got to be someone that actually comes to Mousehole Lakes so that you can collect it, because that's where it'd be. So this month's winner, with a suggestion of showing the beautiful food that Joe makes here, is Peter Carter. Well done, Peter. It's a good suggestion. Unfortunately, guys, I'll be honest with you, I'm terrible at food. I eat the same thing week in, week out. I'm really boring with food. But since it's been requested, I am going to start one of my nights here every week. I'm going to try something different. And I'm going to show it to you because the food here is amazing. I mean, I've been here with other people and they've had like the pie and mash, the curries, the chili con carne. They've had loads of things, and it's been, everyone said it's been fantastic. So I'm going to start, as requested by Peter Carter, trying out different things and showing them to you on camera so that you can see the great food that you can get here at Mousehole Lakes. Okay guys, so forgive the handheld photography, but I thought I'd just show you what I'm going to be putting out this morning. So it's Sunday morning, the rods are still out. It is only probably about 5:30 or 5:45, about that, but I've made up what I want to go out for later. So initially, one rod is going to have a Carp Basics All-Nut Snowman, 18mm, and I think it's a 12mm pop-up. I'm also going to have a little all-nut PVA mesh bag with that. The middle rod is going to be a Parker Baits OG Fish Wafter in with solid PVA bag with their OG mini mix. Third one's going to be a Carp Basics Oceans Fruit Wafter with an all-nut bag of freebies. All the links I'm going to put in the description below, guys, so if you do want any of their stuff, be it Carp Basics, you can either get it on their website or at Mousehole Lakes. Parker Baits you can obviously get from their website. So far Parker Baits has done me 2 bites and Carp Basics All Nut has done me 1. So fingers crossed when I get these out later I can get that last bite before I leave. Oh, how bad am I, guys? It is 6:05 and I've already redone all my rods. I made up the rigs, looking at them, I'm thinking, nah, I want these in the water. So I've redone all 3 rods. I should probably show you where they are actually. Let me get the tripod out and we'll show you where they are. Alright guys, so this is Sunday morning. It is actually 6 o'clock and yes, I have already redone my rods, but let's show you, tell you what's on what and show you where they are. Alright guys, so my right hand rod is the Carp Basics All Nut Snowman that you would have seen, and sort of in line with the corner of the island, just about here. I've put that out with I think 5 boilies, that's all I had left. That's all it's going. It had a little mesh bag, so that's good enough. My middle rod, while I've got the camera out there, in here, which is the Parker Baits OG Fish Wafter in a solid PVA bag with their mini mix in there, and I put some OG Fish sauce in there as well, guys. So that's here, which is literally a foot off the island really, or as close as I can get it. And then the last one, I've stuck with that, if you kind of see the hut in the distance, 3/4 of the way out. That's probably about as much as I'm going to be able to zoom in, guys. So about here, that is Carp Basics Oceans Fruit Wafter with just a little mesh bag of all nut. So that's it, guys. I don't normally pull my rods in before 7 o'clock, but I'm glad I did because one of them didn't have a bait on it, so it's a good thing I decided to redo my rods. So I'm here till I think about 12 o'clock, guys, so that does give me a good 6 hours with rods in the water to get another fish, and I'm absolutely praying for that. I really would like to walk away with 4 fish from this weekend. That'd be really good for me. I must admit I found it a bit hard on the bank lately. I'm always trialling new baits and whatever, and I don't have all the confidence I used to as I did when I was with Bait Solutions. Oh hello, little liner there. Let's have a look down on that rod. Is it going to rattle off, guys? Yeah, so I haven't had the best sessions. Like I've said previously, I do feel I used to be a lot more successful when I wasn't doing these vlogs, but I do enjoy doing them now, and I really do appreciate all the feedback and messages I get from you guys. I really do appreciate it, especially when I'm on the bank. It means I've got something else to do while I'm waiting for a bite, so really appreciate it, guys. I'm glad you are enjoying the vlogs. I am going to keep doing the vlogs. Obviously Mousehole Diaries is a permanent feature. I also occasionally do bait making, and I occasionally do reviews, and obviously I go to other fisheries as well. Hopefully you've seen the France trips. Weren't quite as good as I hoped, and I'm going to hopefully do another big trip sometime this year, I think. So fingers crossed on that one, guys. Stay tuned. Yes folks, a rare occasion when it all fits on one barrow. It don't normally. Hi guys, so thank you for staying to the end if you have. It's about 11:30 on Sunday, and I'm going to call a close to this session. This has been vlog 26 coming from Kestrel, swim 4, and actually I've had 3 fish, 2 of which have fallen to Parker Baits OG Fish, 1 fallen to Carp Basics All Nut. So I'm happy with that, guys. You know, to get back on the bank after 3 weeks feels great to actually have a fish. 3's even better. Would have liked to have caught a 4th before I left, but never mind. So, a couple of things, guys. Don't forget, at Mousehole Lakes I do a mug on a mug competition. You just got to subscribe, like my posts, and leave a comment of what you'd like to see in future posts. This month's winner was Peter Carter. I've got to leave a mug for him before I leave today. Well done, Peter. And for all you guys, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. I do really appreciate it. If you enjoy my videos, remember to give them the old thumbs up. And if you want to be notified of future posts, hit that bell icon, guys. So for now, it just leaves me to say, stay safe, stay fishing, and I'll see you on the next vlog, which will be coming from Mousehole Lakes Kingfisher. Thanks for watching, guys.